Hey everybody, it's the 13th Wolfman, and you know what? This is a mobile movie review. Today I went out and I saw something that's a little bit different. I saw Mary Poppins Returns. Emily Blunt plays Mary Poppins. And the main reason that I saw this was because that, as a kid, one of my favorite actors, actually to this day, one of my favorite actors of all time is Dick Van Dyke. And I heard that Dick Van Dyke shows up in this movie. I didn't know... I don't do a lot of research on where he's going to be and what, you know, I wanted to be a surprise for myself. So, as much as I knew is that he was going to be in it, he's going to have, like, white hair and a big white beard, and that was pretty much it. That's all I really knew, because they talked about it on, like, a talk show. But this is a very well done, well put together movie. The look... That's one thing I do want to talk about. The costuming for this movie is just awesome. It looks very turn of the 20th century, you know, from the 19th to the 20th. So, what it is Michael and Jane Banks from when they were kids have now grown up, and Michael has a few kids of his own, Annabelle, Georgie, and John. And he'd lost his wife within the last year, and he's just struggling to be a father and make ends meet, basically. And out of nowhere, Mary Poppins shows up to help out the Banks kids again. You know, that's the way she puts it. It's a fun movie. I mean, I was surprised because I know that the original is a musical, but I wasn't really expecting them to go the distance that they went with this movie. They did this as a musical also. Nothing real. I mean, there's a few good songs in it, but there's nothing as snappy as Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You know, It has the exact same styling to it that the original had. In fact, there's a scene where she wants the three kids to take a bath, and they want, you know, you need to. It's going to be all taken out of context, but with the way I explain this. But if you see it, you'll understand it. But they go into the bath, and the bath takes them to the ocean, and you see them swimming around in here, and they're having a good time. But you could kind of tell that it's rear projection type of footage, which is something that they did back in the 60s when they made the original movie. If you don't know what rear projection is, watch like a 1940s, 1950s film, and anytime you see someone driving along, you could tell that they're projecting the action of the streets through the back window. That's because there's a screen back there, and they're projecting it onto that screen, you know, so they can't take the car out in the middle of nowhere. Just, you know, the cameras were huge back then. But here, it's got that same quality, that same look to it. It didn't look glossy and overdone. I love that about this. It had that same, you know, the animation in this movie was very, very flat and very, very two-dimensional. Like it was hand-drawn, like what you see when you watch The Simpsons. You know, and that was awesome about this. It just had everything going for it. Emily Blunt was awesome. I love the fact that Emily Blunt has now played Mary Poppins, and last year she was in A Quiet Place. So if anyone wants to have like a really weird Emily Blunt double feature, put them both in. It's like, hey, here we go. There was a little saccharine. Here's a little scary. You know? I really enjoyed Emily. Like I said, Emily Blunt plays Mary Poppins. The surprise to me was the guy that played the Admiral. He was Michael's next door neighbor, David Warner. And if you don't know who David Warner is, he was in Time Bandits. He was in the 1980 Michael Caine movie The Island. He was the guy that was running the modern day pirates on the island. You know, I was surprised. I was just kind of like, wow, David Warner. That one surprised me because I didn't recognize him. And then the credits rolled by. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay, so this, I don't know. I'm just rambling on incoherently. Was there anything I didn't like about this movie? No. I like the songs. I like the costumes. I like the sets. I thought it was well directed, well put together. I would give this easily... It's an easy 4 chainsaws out of 4. Now, yeah, it's a Disney movie, but, you know, I mean, like I said, it's got a lot of the original flair. A lot of the flair that the original had back in the day. And, would they do another one? No. I think this kind of like bookends the 2 stories. We meet Mary Poppins and the original Banks kids, and then, you know, then you got this one, the Banks kids as adults. I don't think there's really anywhere else for them to go with this. Mama Wolf, I'm not sure what she would give it. I think she'd probably give it like 4 chainsaws out of 4, you know. Or in this case, since it's a family-friendly film, let's give it 4 Mary Poppins umbrellas out of 4. You know, it's that good. The guy that does Hamilton, Manuel Lynn, I'm gonna screw his name up. I know, or something Lynn Manuel. I don't know his. I guess, but the guy that created Hamilton, the play, and everything, he's in this. He plays Michael Banks. You know, so like I said, it's a good movie. I say go out, check it out if you get a chance. If you want to have a good time, it's there for you. As always, like, subscribe, share, and comment. I want to know what you have to say. Do you have any desire to see this movie? If not, tell me about it. You know, and when you do subscribe, you know, slam that button, that little bell, because that way you'll know whenever I'm putting something new up. As always, I am the 13th Wolfman, and that's right, I'm on the prowl.